What's up, guys? Antoine Webb here from Culture Matters. With us today is Eric Hutton from Annie Mac Mortgages, and we're going to be talking about the appraisal process. Take us away.
Thanks, Antoine, for having me. So one thing I wanted to touch on is the appraisal process, one of the most important parts of the whole mortgage transaction. So typically, after a client goes under contract and we disclose a loan, we go through the disclosures with them. Typically, depending on how far we are away from closing, we order the appraisal relatively quickly after that. The appraisal process from someone like myself ordering it can take a week to 10 days to get that report back, depending on how busy the appraisers are at that time and what season you're in. But the process in itself, so a licensed appraiser goes out to a property. They don't have an affiliation with myself as the lender because then there would be a conflict of interest. But the appraiser goes out to the property. They go to the inside, they check out the outside, they do a market analysis, they look at comps from other properties that have recently sold or on the market to give a value for what the home you're buying should be. Unfortunately, just because you and a seller agree to a price doesn't mean that that is the market value or the appraised value, and a lender can unfortunately only lend off of the appraised value. So I guess the question is, what if it underappraises? So let's say you're buying a house for $300,000 and the purchase price and the appraisal comes in at $290,000. Well, we're about $10,000 off there. So at that point, in certain cases, your attorney may go back to the seller's attorney and say, hey, look, the appraisal came in low. What are we going to do about purchase price here? Can we come to terms on negotiating the purchase price? Sometimes the sellers come all the way down. Sometimes they try to meet in the middle, and sometimes the sellers are very, stuck on their numbers.
Sure.
So let's say you guys negotiate and meet in the middle at $295,000. In that case, it's up to the buyer at that point to come up with the difference from whatever the appraised value is and what the new agreed upon purchase price is. So in this case, if the appraisal is $290,000 and you agree on $295,000, then the buyer would be responsible to come up with that extra $5,000 difference because, again, a lender can only go off of the appraised value. So I've had cases where homes underappraised by $30,000, $40,000, but the clients know that's going to happen, but they want the house that badly and they have the funds to do it. Then you have other clients that are a little bit more cash tight, and if it underappraises, then we really have to negotiate hard to bring that purchase price down.
Sure. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So basically, if your house underappraises, you can either negotiate to meet in the middle somewhere, hopefully not meet in the middle somewhere, and they really help you out, if you're the buyer. If not, then the ball's really in your court to make up the difference of pricing there. So like Eric said, the appraisers are not affiliated with the mortgage companies or the realtors. They're staring the loan because their job is very, very important, and it really makes or breaks a lot of deals. So which is why you want to make sure that the area that you comped is right on point numbers wise. So you try to avoid that as best as possible. Sure, it absolutely pops up.
Of course. Yeah, hopefully the agents are doing a good job and pricing the home at a good number, or your buyer's agent has some knowledge on the home prices in the area, so you're not offering something so outrageous that we know is going to underappraise later on. And one thing, part of the appraisal process is, in the state of New Jersey, we cannot issue a commitment letter without the appraisal. So in order for a lender to issue a commitment, we do need to have the appraisal done and complete as well. So that's just a very important process, and hopefully your appraisal will come out on point.
And I'm hoping the same for you. So I hope you guys got some great value from this video. Eric, where can we find you at?
Sure, you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. I have a business page, Eric Hutton at Annie Mac Home Mortgage as well, or you're more than welcome to reach out to me directly on my cell phone, 848-250-5960, and I'd be glad to help in any way possible.
If you got to rewind back for that number, do it. Very important to have someone like Eric on your side, especially to answer any questions that you're unsure about. Hey, guys like us, we're available all the time. We like to talk, believe it or not. So find us, guys. Once again, hope you got some great value. Check us out, www.culturemattersuniversity.com. Catch you on the next one.